Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Maserati Show. I want to welcome you all to my beautiful set. I'm just sitting here, and I have a special guest as always.
She even be here when you're not.
Yep, she's a substitute teacher. Go ahead, tell them who you are.
This BLK Pepper Pies. Why you always do that to me?
Do what? I bring you in great. I'm like the Steve Harvey of the Kings of Comedy. I bring you in so spectacularly. And then all you gotta do is just come in, ease right on in.
Again, BLK Pepper Pies. Welcome to Just Say Fuck It. S1E20. I am not in charge of this show today other than doing all the work of setting everything up. But somebody went online and found a few topics. This is our week 5, I think, of the month. I wasn't even able to pull this up. This is a week where we pretty much just have like random discussion. Yeah, to look at the month. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, I'm wrong. We've been wrong all month. Actually, this is week 4, so this is our monthly wrap up, and that's okay because we pretty much got topics to wrap up the month. Wow, we've been off all month, and you didn't even know. The shame.
Shit, I've been off all year.
Okay, I'll put it this way. For me, because I do billing. Why is my game streamer up here? Because I do billing, I'm off anyway. Because I'm always a week behind. So today is what, the 23rd. I just did dates for all last week. So I'm always fucked up anyway. It just is what it is at this point because I've been there so long.
I'm always here, so I don't know what day it is. I just know when Tuesdays come around and Wednesdays, I got a kid. Every weekends, I got a kid. And the other days, I'm kidless.
Yeah. See, mines are old enough. I'm just kidless, basically, unless they got something going on. Fuck them kids is the motto. You have fun with that. What? It's finally shit. When else can I have been able to do this? No time soon.
Goddamn shame.
Why? They old enough now. I get to have a little bit of freedom. What's wrong with that?
I guess.
Don't be mad at me because you just getting started.
I get plenty of it. You know, my freedom is pretty good.
Yeah, from what you said, yeah, but still. Like, even when they home, I can just walk out the door. Peace.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
You'll
I'm
get
father,
there.
So, you know, all you gotta do is just, tell the little guy, hey, listen, I ain't coming. I ain't coming, little nigga.
Well, we did just have Father's Day, so happy Father's Day again. You had the card sitting on the table. That was cute. But so, because you said that, we should have had that as a topic. Why the fuck didn't we have that as a topic?
What Father's Day?
Yeah. It has to be held of such high standards now. Men don't want certain things for Father's Day. Were you that Father's Day kind of father, or?
No, I'm the same person all year round. Like, I'm a simple person. If you ask me, I will tell you the things that I want. A lot of times, the problem is I get the opposite. Like, I tell you the things that I want, and then when people get me something, they overthink it. Like, I'll be like, look, I'm a simple guy. I get all the stuff that I need. The simple shit that I don't think about. Socks. Wife beaters.
These
shit
are
like
the things guys
long
johns.
Didn't want. Yeah. Long johns. These are the simple things that I want. Everybody else goes out there like, I know what he needs. They be like, I'm gonna give him a pair of such and such shoes. Don't give me no goddamn. You don't know what type of shoes I want. Yeah. Don't give me no goddamn. You don't know what size I wear. I didn't ask for that.
Well, shit, I ain't do that with you. I sent you a t-shirt.
A t-shirt. I'm cool with a t-shirt. I'm cool with a t-shirt.
It was a t-shirt talking about you being old. Happy birthday, and Kevin.
People sit up here, they get your whole outfits and shit. Why are you getting me a fuck? Where am I going outfit?
On the show.
Listen. They overdoing it. I appreciate you going out spending the money.
There you go. Make sure you say that or you won't get the no.
I appreciate people spending the money. You going and getting little Armani outfits or whatever, or Armani exchange outfits. But trust me, get the fucking socks. Get the fucking socks. That's
kind of fucked up.
I have enough clothes.
If you think about it though, that's kind of fucked up for you to say. I wouldn't say shit. Buy me what you want.
No, because people get you shit and you be like, oh, okay, this is nice, and it don't be even your style sometimes. Like people spend a bunch of money, you be like, I don't even wear shit like this. This is what you want to see me wear, and you never see me in no shit like that. So why would you get that? Get the shit that I don't think about. Because let me ask you a question. You give me an entire outfit, Armani shades, jeans, the shirt, a belt. Cool. I take my shoes off, my socks out holding. Why didn't you just give me the fucking
But
socks?
I don't know. If I was you, I wouldn't say that because then you might not get nothing else.
I barely get anything now.
Yeah, but look, you complaining. But that actually is crazy because that's how this started of the conversation of what fathers were like trying to decide what they should and should not get. See, that was where I'm just like, yo, y'all, I don't know. When it comes to Mother's Day, I'm just not that picky. Like, whatever I get, cool.
I mean,
but see, you actually are being picky because you're telling people what not to get you.
I'm not being picky because if you ask me, 9 times out of 10, I would say you don't have to give me anything. When I tell you what to give me, it's because you pressured me into I'm gonna get you something. What do you want? And then I'm like, get me socks, and then you come and get me a fucking outfit. I listen. I tell people don't get me shit. I don't need anything. I get everything that I need. Trust me. I shop online all the fucking time. I have nothing to do but shop online. I get everything that I need except for 2 things. What is that? Socks and drawers. Okay? Everything. I got a closet full of fucking shoes. I don't need shoes. I got a closet full of clothes. I don't need clothes. You know what? Somebody did give me something that was great. Somebody got me like a little, it was like a little basket thing, but it came in like a plastic. It had one of those candles, that big candle over there. It had like a shea butter thing. It had some Bath and Body Works table. I like shit like that. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
they did their homework.
So you just want little trinkets or
you
something.
You ain't gotta get shit.
Okay, now everybody just heard that. Don't buy him anything. Why? Because he's gonna sit here and come on the show and sit here and say, "What? Why did you buy me this?"
I will if you got me some bullshit.
I'm sticking with the t-shirt.
Because if a nigga tells you don't get me anything and then you still insist on getting him something, that's on you.
But see, that seems like a gesture of a nice gesture.
It is, but I put it in the same category as when I say,
don't
give me no card. Like, why would you give me a card unless you're my son? I expect a card from my son.
Why would it? You don't want anybody to get you a Father's Day card?
No. For what?
Because it's Father's Day. It's something that people give.
I don't want to read your damn card. I think it's cute when my son gives me a card. I love the cards. Hey, his little handwriting is what I like. His little handwriting on there, him spelling his name out. I like that. You grown. You done got me a card. There's no money in the card. You just got me
I don't know what's in the card, though. Like, you could even read it and throw it away. Like, nobody expects you to. You don't have to keep it.
Trust me, it does not get kept. I am 40 years old. I beg you to find some cards in there where somebody had a kept card. You just get thrown away.
I don't know what to say because
save your money. Why is that so hard?
Your money. That could have been a card from the dollar store. That's like $1.
You see what I'm talking about, folks?
Listen, I'm listening to you. Like I said, I'll stick with the t-shirts because I'd be damned if I would have bought you a whole ass outfit and then you came on the show and started complaining about it. This would have been a whole different show. What I'm saying is, it's just a card, and I guess I view it in the same way where the guys doing the same thing. We're saying what they did not want for Father's Day, and I'm just, for me, hey, you could just call me and tell me Happy Mother's Day. That's fine. Shoot me a text, Facebook,
Why don't they do that? Don't give me the card.
But what I'm saying is, you could do the bare minimum, or you could do an extreme. I'm not about to be picky. What somebody wants to do for me is what I'm saying.
I'm telling people not to go out there and spend their hard-earned time.
All right, what's the next topic?
Why would you do that? Like, why?
I know you never give. I'm not trying to get you to give. I'm just stating for the sake of this show.
Hey, don't give me anything. I'm gonna give you something. I'm gonna give him a card. All right, waste your $5 Give me the $5 you go spend on the card. For my son?
Did you read the other card?
It's both for my son.
So nobody actually gave you a card.
Just my son.
So you're just saying
my son from my mom.
All right, what's the next,
from my baby's mother.
What's the next topic?
The next topic we will talk about is this whole the Chris Brown being more talented than Michael Jackson debate that they were having. And
What was the details of this debate? Like, what got brought up? Because we've had the debate before. So why is this here?
Because I guess somebody tweeted it, and then Tank said, I guess Tank is the person that said before, like, hey, I've been trying to tell people Chris Brown is more talented than Michael Jackson. And people was like, oh, this nigga's crazy. He don't know what he's talking about, or this, that, and the third.
Okay.
So this is how the whole conversation came up. And then it just turned into, everybody else throwing in, their little 2 cents about the whole situation.
Okay.
Which, it was a typical...
It's just a typical Twitter debate. And then Chris Brown said something in response to it. So it's...
Yeah, he said that, of course, he said Michael Jackson is more talented.
Okay.
But you've always heard the younger person always pay homage to the older person, saying, oh no, they're much better.
Yeah, especially if it's like literally your idol, not just another older artist.
Because Michael Jackson said, James Brown is better than you. But James Brown doesn't have the catalog or the record sales or the iconic status that Michael Jackson has. But he'll still tell you, if he was still alive, he'll like, oh no, James Brown is the greatest.
Because he know where he got his inspiration from.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of people feel that way, especially when it comes to like creative people.
Yeah,
like,
so
they the most give the proper props.
You always get that response from when you ask the younger person about the older person.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, if you ask Prince, he might have said, bitch, I'm the shit. It depends.
I mean, it depends on who's influenced.
I'm the greatest. I think he has said, James Brown cool, but he ain't me.
I mean, was that his influence? Like, that was
his
idol?
Hell yeah, that was one of his biggest
influences. No, not his, one of it. Was that his?
Well,
like, everybody
it's up there. That's what I'm saying. I said yes.
Like, everybody has, like, nigga, this is number one.
Yes, that is definitely.
This is why I'm here.
Yes, that is up there because he had more than one at that same level. So, yes. Didn't you see the show where James Brown had Michael Jackson and Prince on stage? Did you ever see that clip where Prince was on the
where Michael Jackson was doing something and pointing out for Prince?
Yeah, he had for Prince to come up, but that one where Prince was right. So here's my 2 cents. I think every generation is always who's greater. We have the conversation in sports. We have the Michael Jordan versus the LeBron James. We'll have the same conversation in football. And I was actually the game streamer that popped up when we first pulled the laptop up. I was actually watching and he made perfect sense. And he was like, yo, for him, because he's only like 25, he was like, it's LeBron James for me because I wasn't alive for Michael Jackson or Michael Jordan. And it made sense because especially when you think about sports, for them, you getting all the good highlights. You weren't actually there to watch the games and, to see the bad shit that took place from his plays and things like that. So I think the same thing applies when it comes to Michael Jackson and Chris Brown. I think they're very close. I think Chris Brown is able to show himself more because of social media and YouTube and things like that. If you put, I've thought about this before. I think if you put certain artists into this generation of having to be on social media and shit, I think Michael Jackson is one of the people that still kills it. Michael Jackson with a TikTok. You kidding me?
Listen,
you know how many you get a new dance move every week.
And I'm a huge that's my mama. Growing up, everything was Michael Jackson, moonwalking in the aisles, everything. Mm-hmm. But the way that they're talking and the way that Tank described it, he's correct. Mm. Chris Brown draw, singer, produces, writes his music,
this
dancer.
is still checking off list of Michael Jackson. Now wait, you're gonna have to hit me with a difference.
I've never seen Michael Jackson draw.
Well, that has nothing to do with being an artist.
That's talent.
That is talent, but nobody's comparing that for him. And
no, that was the list.
Come on,
no, that's the list.
Oh, if we're talking
about drawing is an artistry.
It is, but that's not on the list of why Michael Jackson and Chris Brown get compared. That's why I said everything you're saying applies to Mike. So I haven't heard anything to give Chris Brown yet the leverage. Michael Jackson could dance just as well. Michael Jackson sold out.
Well, wait now. Chris Brown is a phenomenal Michael Jackson is a good dancer, choreographed, freestyling, good, choreographed, good. Chris Brown, like this is what Chris Brown does. Like dancing is what he does. He does the freestyle shit, crump dancing. He's break dancing. He's doing a
those things
front flip into a what's
with Michael Jackson. See, that's what I was saying. That things of the era of things. So all those things you named didn't exist when Michael Jackson was around, though.
Dancing still
existed, but see, that's what I was saying. There was no outlet for Michael Jackson. You also looking at different times of just the record industry, because you got to also go with him, even go back to Motown. It wasn't as free for artists to be able to just go out there and do different things. Their image had to be a certain kind of way, and we know that Jackson family had a different kind of image to maintain. So yes, I'm not saying you can't give him the edge on that, because now all these different dances exist, because now social media exists. Chris Brown could just hop on freaking social media and get a whole new dance craze going. But Michael Jackson didn't have that outlet. And now, but with the outlet that he had of just music videos and concerts, his shit still spread like fucking wildfire, though. So that's what I was saying. Like, if you give Michael Jackson the same opportunities of showing himself and repetitive, and for people to share it, go worldwide in a different kind of way, I don't know.
If the question is talent, though, we're talking about talent. So if one person says, I can do 3 things, I'm the best in the world at these 3 things, but somebody else is great at 5 things.
Okay.
That person is great at 5 things is better than the person that's better at 3 things.
So acting, who was better?
We didn't get a chance to really see Michael Jackson. Like,
no. You got to go back to the Jackson 5 days. Now, this is also, Chris Brown was young when he started. So if you go back to the Jackson 5 days when they had their little variety show, or they'll be on other little shows, I'm going to go ahead on and give that to Michael Jackson.
You going to give it to Michael Jackson
for the acting? Show? For the acting, yeah. Because they did a lot of them little shows and little appearances and little skits and shit. So, yeah, I sure can. Sure can.
He would have to be in a real major type
But neither of them have been. That's the thing.
Chris Brown has been in, 3 movies?
Oh, well, you know what?
He was in that Christmas movie?
The
Takers?
Yeah, Takers.
He was in Takers. He was in that Christmas movie with Idris Elba. He was in...
I wouldn't give it to him for that.
He was in... But what I'm saying is he has more major movies.
Now, Takers, he did a lot better than Takers, I will say.
He has more... We can't compare it, because the only thing Michael Jackson really has is those variety shows, which they was being themselves. And what did he have? Moonwalker? Was that the name of it? That one movie he had?
Yeah, I can't... I think
it's called Moonwalker or something like that.
He had 2. I can't remember the name of it.
Yeah, so we can't...
I was all about Prince. Graffiti Bridge and Purple Rain and Under the Chin. Yeah, ask me all those. I got
so those things, we can't really compare to acting, because Michael Jackson really didn't get in the movies all like that. But Chris Brown
when you said art, though, so why is art acceptable if you don't want to bring up the acting? You want to put...
we can. Listen,
no.
We can.
So then take them both out. No, take them both out.
No, we're going to agree. I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you.
No. You know why no? Because when I said that, you said, no, it goes in. It's art. Remember that? So now I'm just like, fuck it, then take both of them out. Because again, though, that's not something that people compare Chris Brown and Michael Jackson for.
No.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, I'm trying to give you an advantage here by saying, let's not use that, because Michael Jackson doesn't have any type of major movies to where he was in, because otherwise
he doesn't have Chris art Brown. Either. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said it in the first place, to take art out. So I'm saying to take both of them out.
That was the whole conversation.
No, it wasn't. The conversation is discussing what people compare them to. Nobody is bringing up the fact that Chris Brown does art in comparison to Michael Jackson.
When it was brought back up, go back and look. When it was brought back up, Tank was saying, listen, what you have to look at is drawing, acting.
That's what the fuck he said. I ain't gotta agree with the motherfucker.
These are the things that he was naming because somebody else said he was more talented.
That's
so
what
those
Tank
are the
said.
things.
Nobody's even comparing Tank to Tank.
Listen,
like, fuck Tank.
Here's the thing. When you're having an argument, of course you're going to
make
the
up
leverage
shit
towards who you want to win. Yeah, oh, we can't use that. Let's go with Michael Jackson
make
because
some shit up.
Michael Jackson was better at this, so we're going to use
make
that.
Some shit
we're going to
up.
eliminate this because Chris Brown was better at that. No, we're not going to do that.
I'm saying nobody but Tank. Oh, you got me putting the wrong thing up. I'm saying nobody but Tank is breaking that shit up. That's what
a lot of people brought it up. A lot of people brought it up because it's
I'm just like, big whoopty fucking dude. Chris Brown does art. Is he on stage doing art while he's performing? No.
But guess what? His art is going in an art gallery.
Woo, who gives a fuck when it comes
because
to
comparing? Because it's art.
When it comes to comparing Michael, okay, then that's like saying who got the better house, Neverland or.
Listen, we ain't talking about a better house.
Is Michael Jackson?
We're talking about who's more talented. I can do 10 different things. You can do 8 different things. I can do 10. You can do 8.
What's the next topic?
I'm up here. You down here, nigga. I am better. I have more talent.
I am so over it. What is the next topic?
If I can sing and dance, you telling me nigga, you ain't good as that nigga. He was a great rapper. Fuck, all he do is rap, nigga.
I wish I could read your handwriting and pick a topic.
Oh, my next topic is they have the verses coming up. Omarion versus Mario. I think it's coming up on what the.
I don't fucking know.
Who do they have those now? Wednesdays or?
I rarely even hear about them.
Well, whenever it's coming up, I forget when they coming up. But the next one that's coming up is Mario, and they've been promoting. I've seen a couple little commercials and little side things they had with like D-Ray and shit with them in the studio, going back and forth and shit. Of course, I guess you're not a fan, huh?
I mean, okay. Word on the block is they had to add like a pre-show or something because ain't it supposed to be like 20 songs a piece? These motherfuckers ain't got 20 songs a piece, especially not Mario.
Well, we know Mario ain't got 20 songs.
Okay, so they gonna do like 10. That's what I'm just like.
But
is that I wondered how they were going to continue because they started off with these major iconic artists and producers and shit that had so much music, and you could easily do 20v20. But the closer you get down the line, a lot less people have that many songs. So now I guess that's what they said they're gonna do. Y'all gonna get 10 in a pre-show.
You know what? I think that they're probably going to do the songs based on fans because they've had other people on there where I was like, she don't have like Keisha Cole. She don't like, and Keisha Cole ain't got 20 songs. Like I don't remember 3 albums.
I don't watch the R&B ones. So
I don't remember Keisha Cole having 3 albums. So for her to have 20 songs, like there has to be some shit where you're really a Keisha Cole fan when you know these songs and shit.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, again, I'm not really into R&B or like that, or the gospel ones that they've had. So I don't really watch those. I mean, the one that's gonna go down in history was definitely the Dipset and the Lots. I don't think anyone is. I don't think there's any matchups. Like, unless y'all get Missy out there against somebody, there's not too many people left that we know is going to give us a better show than what we saw with them. So I won't even be watching this one.
I mean, they may dig up somebody that got some.
I mean, when you get into producers and stuff, but that's what I'm saying. As far from me, unless they go into like other music genres and they switch us over to like rock and shit, I ain't got too much else to really.
Did the Isley Brothers do one?
They haven't really gone back that far. I know they did like Aretha Franklin and somebody.
See, if they go to like the Isley Brothers and
see, they would have needed to do that back when they first started to draw in that kind of audience, like that age group of people. I'm not saying nobody's not gonna. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is like that 55 and like up. As far as how they gonna hear about it, like we'd have to tell them that kind of thing. Like if they had to did like the one they did with Aretha and when they had the older artists when they was first starting, they had numbers bumping. Plus it was still new, so people were just naturally tuning in. That younger crowd, it ain't gonna be that many. Not to watch the whole thing. Like people will probably pop in, and pop back out. Like
you know what? I want to say he already did one because wasn't it something where people was talking about like he looked different
because
he had like new
teeth
and everything.
Yeah,
so he did have one.
Look. Yeah.
I don't remember who we went up against, but
see what I'm saying? It's not that big of a draw. Again, I'm not saying ain't nobody gonna watch the Island Brothers obviously because they had one already, but
I mean, yeah,
it's just the age thing. Your niche.
It's the age, but you know what? We can't go with that because they have more current songs than a lot of other people. Like when you was talking about like Aretha Franklin, shit, Mr. Biggs was kicking ass up until what 2007, 2008.
Yeah,
it was Kelly Price.
Not drawing in that kind of. I know what I'm saying. Not drawing in that kind of audience that's going to watch with the numbers that they would have. You just can't even tell them about it all like that. Where they gonna watch it at? Because how many of them is watching YouTube? These motherfuckers is old as shit.
Nigga.
Okay. What's the next topic? What's the next topic? I don't argue with you because you don't ever let nobody have it. What's the next topic?
Hey, listen. Niggas
I already know I'm right. That's why
40, 45, 40, 45.
I didn't say 40, 45, and that ain't the bulk of their audience. The bulk of their audience is 55 and older. Maybe 50 at the lowest. Maybe.
Watching for Mr. Big, nigga.
Maybe. And what he gonna do? He gonna do the R. Kelly music? Nope.
Can't. He gonna bring out Kales.
That's what I'm saying. That shit dead. Next.
Bring out Kales. Tim and Kelly Price.
What's the next topic?
What else we got? We gonna talk about DJ Academics. Had they brought back an old interview where I think it started. I don't know if it started out with him and who was that 6ix9ine, and they was interviewing Bad Baby, and they was she had to be like 15, 16 at the time, and they was just
asking his name, DJ Academic.
I don't know how to spell his name.
We'll just say DJ AK.
So they were asking her these questions, and like some of the questions were kind of sexual. And people really didn't think about it, you know, like back then, like we real big on it now. Like back when he was asking questions, he was kind of like,
well, what did he ask her? Should we have been paying attention?
I mean, it was sexual questions, and her answers was pretty much like, you know, I've only had sex with like one person or some shit like that. But they were, you know what I'm saying, like they were on the lines of sexual questions. And later on, he had something where he was talking about being in college. You know, you're not going to check a girl's ID to see if she's of age. So he was like, if she's 16, 17 years old, then, you know, she'd go get hit. And people was like, well, and this is just now coming back up because these are older interviews and shit. So people were bringing it back up that, you know, he was saying this type of thing. But he doubled down on, he was like, listen, what I'm saying is, you know, in college, you know, there's people there that's 17, 16 or whatever. And, you know, people not checking IDs, and he was like, you know, so, you know, them cheeks go get clapped. If, you know what I'm saying, if you around that, see, I understand what he was trying to say, but he put himself, and he might be the person that's doing it as well, but he put himself into that situation because I was 17, in college I was 17, and if I was fucking a chick that was 18 or 19 years old, well, then it's statutory rape. And nobody ever asked for my ID. People asked for my college ID. Even when I went out, they asked for my college ID. So I understand what he's saying as far as, you know, it can happen. Mm-hmm. But as far as him saying, you know, just, you know, 16, 17 years old, he made it seem like he was just saying like, hey, listen, if you 17 years old, you know what I'm saying, if you're around, I ain't checking IDs, baby. If you look old enough, you know. So that's how he made it seem, and he doubled down on that.
I think that's exactly what he meant.
I don't think that's what he made it seem.
That's what the fuck he meant. And that's why I'm just like, yo, that's kind of fucked up to put it in that way. Because, I mean, I guess I get what he's saying, too, because even in high school, shit, you could be 18 in high school, depending on when your birthday was. That's not, you know, behind. And then with someone that's 16 or 17. I don't really know what to say to that because at what point does the responsibility fall on the 16 or 17-year-old male or female? Because you shouldn't be there in the first fucking place from gathering from some of the things being said. But like you said, you could be that old and are supposed to be in college. So he definitely didn't word that correctly. Definitely being so nonchalant about that like you actually should care. Like it should bother you if that happened. Like you can say, you know, shit, a college fucking frat party or something. Everybody drunk as shit. Like, I understand that, but to put it in a way of shit happens. No.
Yeah, I mean, because
that's
now,
not the way you want to do that.
Even now, I can tell you back when I was going to clubs and shit, it was girls in there that was 16 and 17 years, like 21 and up clubs. Like,
that had fake IDs. But that's always men, boys and girls. Notice when I said 16 or 7-year-old boys and girls, that's been a thing since fake IDs were been a thing. So that's why I was just like, and somewhere in that, especially with such a small age gap, we're not talking about a 30-year-old and a 16-year-old. We're talking like a 20, 21-year-old and a 16 or 17-year-old. That age gap and being so small, I mean,
it's big. Like, I think in the Black community, I think it's really, really big to us. Because I can remember a couple of occasions where, a female would date a guy that was like maybe 19 years old or something. She'd be 16 or 17. And the parent would find out and be like, well, you go stop talking to my daughter, or I'm going to tell the police. I even know a dude that went to jail. He went to jail for like 3 years for that. He was 19 and the girl was like 16. But the girl lied. Like, the girl was lying and was like,
see what I'm saying? Where does the responsibility, where does it lie? I can't say. I think now it's a lot easier. And I'm not saying in a situation like what academics were saying, just being in the midst of, college life. It's a lot easier just to look on somebody's even social media. Be like, you ain't 21. Because look here, when you graduated high school, like, unless you just not that bright, this doesn't seem very likely. Like, it'll be small things like that. But I don't know. It's like for a 60-year-old and a 90-year-old, I do think that is kind of far based upon what that 16-year-old personality is like and where that 19-year-old is in life. I mean, they could have known each other at 12 and, whatever, and then ended up, was in school. So like that's an interesting thing. And part of the reason that some of that even takes place is, remember when they switched even the age of high school. It used to be high school was 10, 11, and 12. And now they have 9, 10, 11, and 12, which I remember a lot of parents being concerned with having so many, especially for the girls, younger girls in school with boys that were 18. You were 18 and she was like 15. And like just the mental state of a 15 and an 18-year-old to me is definitely different than a 16 and 19-year-old. But again, it depends on the kid. But speaking of age difference, you had another topic here of some age difference.
Yeah, Diddy been dating Young Miami. And what is the age difference? Because Young Miami is what, 28?
Ooh, she that young? I mean, that old, brother?
Yeah, I think she's about 20. I mean, you can Google it. I believe she's about 28. You got to remember the City Girl's been out for a little longer.
I mean, I'm just thinking of even looking at her. Look, it's right here too. We weren't the first ones to look that up. Yeah, she's 28.
28, yeah. And Diddy is.
You know what? So these younger kids, they look older than me anyway. That's just is. I've noticed that. Like the 25 to 30-year-olds, y'all look older than I did at 25 to 30. So it's just, yeah. I ain't saying she look old. It's just at that age range. They do so much more with themselves as far as how they look and how they dress and shit like that. It just makes them look so much older.
I mean, to be in a grown age. So.
Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I'm just saying, you look older than what I did. You know what? I saw before we get back into this Young Miami and Diddy thing. I saw some Twitter post or something from somebody was like, I just want to apologize for when I was 18 and I said people at 40 was old. No, when I was 18, people at 40 was old. Y'all looked old and y'all acted old and y'all was just old. Fuck that.
I mean, when I was 18, I thought 25 was old.
I didn't think 25 was old. I definitely thought 40 was old. But look at who we had as examples of 40-year-olds. Wasn't Carlos Winslow like 40?
Well, he was 30. He was
That's
38.
even worse. Well, that's just 2 years different. In general, though, shit, even George and Weezy won, but what, 45?
40? I thought they was younger than that.
No, they wasn't, because you got to keep, Lionel was already in college. So they was like in between like 45 and 50. And they look like 60, 70 to us now. So, Yeah, but yes, back to.
But everybody look old. Like even when you
That's
look
what
at
I'm
basketball
saying.
players.
Why are y'all apologizing at 18? Y'all motherfuckers at 40 look old. So back to this Diddy and Young Miami.
So I mean, I don't really see a problem with the age thing because, well, let's face it. Females have they've always said we like older men. Females have always been, hey, I like
never
older
said
men.
that.
I like more mature men. I like
I've
older
never
men.
said that.
Well, a lot of females have always said they like older men.
I've never said that.
So I'm not surprised when females go and you know what I'm saying, like they get because now, you know, like I said before, everything when the younger you are, everything looks old to you. When you're 18, 30, you be like 30 is old. And you will see females talk shit like, ain't no way in fuck I'm gonna be 30 years old, not married, and blah, blah, blah. Next thing you know, the 18-year-old is 30 years old, unmarried, and she looking around like, oh shit. 30 really ain't as old as I thought it was.
Let me jump in on that real quick. Depending upon the age of when that was happening, it was a lot more of a high risk for women to be starting families over 30. And that actually pertains, you weren't here when we were talking about Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan, were you?
No.
Yeah, you were here last week when we brought it up again, but the week before. And like, yeah, if for me, even being a young age, there was still information out there. Like it was very risky because I remember when Halle Berry had hers. And she was like 36 or something when she had her kid, and people were like, oh my God, but it was just that in between time. So yes. And being a younger person, I thought the expectation would be closer to, before 30 because high risk pregnancy. You don't want to die.
I mean, shit.
But shout out to medicine. It's a lot less high risk to have a kid over 35 now.
I mean, I don't know nothing about having no kids.
I know. That's why that's why I jumped in. All right, now you can go back.
Never crossed my mind when I thought.
I know that's what, and
niggas
you know what,
and
that's what I was gonna say. I can see for God, I'm gonna lose my female card, but in a sense, it actually makes sense for like a female at like 25 if she's with someone that's like at 35 and older. And I only say that because men can have kids for the rest of their lives. It's different for y'all. Y'all don't get put at risk for having babies. Now, the catch-22 with that don't mean the 25-year-old wants to look at the 40-year-old for the rest of his life. And he probably can't keep up with the 25-year-old all like that. He might be asleep by like the time that she leaves to go out. So there's and I have considered that before. Like it does kind of make sense if like you younger. Plus he's probably already established, so you having a kid. But these are different times for women, though. You know, we got equal pay and shit now. We have bank accounts. And shit.
Man, like I said, I don't touch the whole kid thing because it ain't my forte. I let her talk about the kid thing and the risks and all that. I don't know. I don't care. It's not my thing. I'm just here to tell y'all, when I was 18, I remember when they was like, Allen Iverson is 25. And I used to look at these females like, so the dude that y'all think is the sexiest man alive is an old nigga. Because he was like, he's 25. I'm like, that nigga's old. I'm 18. He's old.
I didn't think he was old. Not at 25. But then, too, remember what I said with the whole keep up thing? He was also a very active 25-year-old. Athletic 25-year-old.
You don't listen when you 18. It don't matter what the fuck is going on. Like my son called me old. I was like, nigga, I'm not old, nigga. But he's 8. So
he's
to
8,
him, to him, yes, I'm
8-year-old. Fuck yeah, you old.
Yeah, I'm old. But you know what I mean? Like to somebody that's 35, like as we've seen on this show, people be like, nigga, you 40? Yeah, I'm 40. I don't look 40, but you know what I'm saying? Because we have such a bad example of fucking 40. Like everybody
40
like,
used to look old. I don't care what nobody says. That shit looked old back in the 90s.
I mean, it looks old. Have you seen a lot of people you graduated with?
Yeah. Remember when I told you I was at that one party and it was like, I'm like, oh my God. But that's like, and see, now I can say, I know for some people it depends on what you do in life too. Like, obviously for us, we ain't trying to be out here looking fucked up and we come do a live show every fucking week. But some of them people that don't do anything but get up and go to work, you ain't really concerned. Much less should you be concerned with it. But yeah.
But goddamn, like.
It's just a part that some people just don't care. They just don't take care of themselves. And I can even say some of the people that I've seen fucked up 40 now still don't look old as some of the 40-year-olds that we would see back in like the I'm sorry, y'all motherfuckers look old. I ain't taking that shit back.
I think it should be like a study being done as far as people looking a certain way because, I remember at our school reunion, and some of those dudes, families, successful, this, that, but they look older. And I was thinking, like,
Tired.
maybe maybe they're just not, maybe it's a happiness thing, maybe it's stress, or maybe, I don't know. Because
I can definitely say happy looks better on me. So that comes into play right there.
Yeah, I mean,
damn sure. Depending on what's going on in their lives, what they've been through in life.
I mean,
what your diet look like.
Yeah, I mean, shit. My diet ain't shit, but I just don't drink and smoke. That's the only thing that probably ever saved me from looking terrible. If I don't drink and smoke, but everything else, I just ate a medium pizza by myself.
Smoking.
Medium pizza by
myself.
Small
lines, you get those. I mean, yeah, shit. I just started taking care of myself, so that's why I'm like, I can speak for like you just don't care. Who gonna see you? Shit. But you or the person you done been with for like almost 20 years now. Fuck it.
Yeah, but I mean, if you with somebody, ain't the whole point is for that person.
Not if they both out here like fuck it.
Yeah, but y'all still need to be like, listen, we need to do better.
That's what somebody chooses.
I want somebody that looks better, and you should have somebody that looks better. How do we start to look better together? And that way they get out there and start to.
Some people don't care about stuff like that. And for me, it depends on where I'm going. If I'm going to work, baby, I definitely look like I just rolled out of bed. And I might have to stop at the store, the gas station. I don't care who see me on the way to work. But once I cross that border in Cuyahoga County, I'm probably gonna look a little different. Like, people wouldn't even fucking recognize me on my way to work.
I mean, I rolled out of bed and went downstairs and did shit. And,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't wash
but
my
that's
face
what I'm
or nothing.
saying. But like, if I go out,
I didn't look fucked up. Like, I didn't look like I was fucking 60.
Yeah, I think. Oh yeah, you also saying like in general, people just. I don't know. I really don't. I don't. That's not my problem.
Because for guys, we can't do shit. Like, whatever you look like, that's how you look. We
that's
can't
not
do
true.
nothing.
That's not true. This right here, that is contouring.
A haircut.
No, your beard is cut. Okay, so come here. So contouring lines go. I never had brought this up. Contouring lines go like this. So like when I put the line through my face just to highlight my cheekbones, that's what this is. This is contouring. Y'all just contour with your facial hair and not makeup. Shave the beard.
So
shave the beard.
I mean, I have pictures of me no beard on.
No, I said shave the beard. It doesn't do anything for your looks. Just shave the beard.
No,
y'all can't do anything.
I look different. I mean, I don't look bad, but I look like.
But then y'all can do something. Y'all can grow beard. Now I'm not knocking it. It's a natural way, but when they cut those lines, boo, that's contouring. Now I have noticed. I mean, toupees. I have always wigs for men is we going back centuries for that. That's nothing new. But that's coming back again. You know. Get a little hair.
Everybody, y'all go on my social media page. I had a goatee.
Men wear makeup. Some men wear makeup.
No beard for a long time. Go ahead, check it out.
No, some men wear makeup. Men still get their pedicures. Y'all making sure y'all hair get cut. That's no different than a female going to the hair salon. What are you talking about? That's the same thing. Okay, walk around and look fucked up. See how far that gets you.
I have been on this show with 3-week uncut hair. And I guarantee you ain't nobody like, God damn, nigga. Ain't nobody put no change in my cup. Ain't nobody slid me a couple dollars for hard time.
I mean, you talking about 3 weeks, like a couple months ago?
Shit, hell yeah.
Yeah, I know this. But I didn't say
ain't nobody say, God damn, ain't nobody hit me up like, hey, nigga, you all right?
I mean, I just feel like doing that because I come up here dressed up because I just started leaving the house, but I mean, this is like the only time I like, we on camera. This is forever. One day I'm gonna just look like I have bum down in here before. I've done t-shirts and jeans before though.
I do wrinkled ass t-shirts. I haven't ironed. Listen, I haven't ironed shit in a very long time.
Oh, I don't
with a white t-shirt on. That bitch is definitely.
We did not talk about Diddy and Young Miami. Or oh my god, I still got DJ AK up here. I'll be fucking this up.
Oh yeah. I mean, I do understand the age difference. It matches. Diddy is a person who lives his lifestyle like she lives her lifestyle. They match lifestyle. Diddy's just out here having fun. He's enjoying his life. Yeah. What you should fucking do.
I think he's always been that way though.
Yeah, because I live my life like that. I just enjoy my life. Like I do things that I want to do.
Yeah.
I'm not a person who's like, I need to have a family and 5 kids.
Yeah,
and
that's just stupid.
I'm like, yeah, that's great, but I've had enough conversations with married guys that
are
you know
not
what I'm saying.
happy.
Listen, and I'm gonna say this. I had one of the weirdest conversations one time when I was doing Uber with a guy that was married, and I was explaining to him like, listen, I was like, man, you ain't missing nothing out here, man. These girls, they just out here running wild, this, that, and the third. Good thing you got married. He was like, yeah. I was like, I only wanted 1 kid. I want to be able to retire, go out here, travel the world, do the things that I want to do, and live life for myself after a while without having to change diapers and tend to somebody else and have to raise somebody else. He said, let me tell you something. He was like, you know what your problem is? He was like, you're a heterosexual male. I said, what the fuck? He said, listen, let me tell you something. He was like, what you just told me is the exact way I want to live my life when I want to retire. We got a different conversation. I was like, man, just go out somewhere, get some property, get a boat. This dude was like, I just bought a boat. He was like, and my wife hates the fucking boat. I said, why does she not like the fucking boat? This dude was like, listen, man. He was like, if I ever leave my wife, I'm going to call you. We need to get out the car. And I was thinking to myself, like, this motherfucker's crazy.
Wow.
But I'm like, I think a lot of married dudes get to a point where they just like, I really just want to do, like, just live fucking life. I don't want to keep popping out these kids and 50 years old and changing diapers. Because females will put their life on the line. They'll be 60 years old talking about,
not
don't
me.
you want to have
I'm done.
little
I'm
kids?
done. Hell no. And it's funny that you say that because for like a long time, I thought that was like a goal. And like the more often I keep like just being by myself, man, fuck that shit.
Yeah, because you have more money, more time. You can do
I just like my peace and my quiet. And I was talking to William on Facebook, and I was like, also like, yo, I'm the only child. I could be by myself forever. This planet outside of my kids, that would hurt. But this planet could get wiped out with just me. I'm chilling. I ain't about to go crazy. You ain't about to see me like what's in the Tom Hanks when he was on the island. He had to put the face on the soccer ball. Man, I'm asleep to probably to the end of time. Like it just.
Yeah, I mean.
But and I also like I don't really have any examples like it's even growing up of things of marriages that worked. So it was like a goal, but at the same time, like
I never really
I could bypass. I could bypass. But that's what I'm saying. It was still like I could easily just bypass that. Yeah, I didn't see like these overly happily married couples and lolly and do life and shit. Like I didn't like even when they had like the LG. Well, it wasn't. I don't think it was the LGBTQIA. I think it is community at the time, but. Like even when they was like trying to get married, I'm like, y'all go ahead and be miserable. Everybody else. That's what I was thinking. Like, why the fuck would the divorce rate is so high? Why stop them? Fuck it. This shit apparently ain't that serious. But yeah, totally agreed. And I think for some people, maybe they just get married like too soon in life. So you haven't even figured yourself out yet.
Yeah,
and that's what happened with Lori Harvey. And that's funny because that's exactly what happened with Lori Harvey. Like, I was like, it's just what we were even saying earlier, like, perhaps, and this is even pertaining to Diddy because she was dating him at one point, perhaps because of, the advancements in medicine, she like, nah, I can just wait. Or she might not even want that shit.
Yeah, I be like, people be like, talking about kids, I be thinking like, wait a minute now, how do we just throw kids in this?
I'm saying. And we don't even know what the fuck happened with them. But she might just be a serial dater. Maybe that's what she wants to do.
I'm not a kid person, so it's always, when somebody throws in kids, I just let other people take over. I'm like, hey, listen, if kids is your thing, go ahead and do it. But I'm like, I'm not gonna just throw kids on everybody and be like, well, don't you want to carry a legacy?
It's always assumed that women want to have kids. But that again, we're in a transition of things. Like that's definitely something that's changing. More and more women are either waiting or they're not seeing this as like a standard that they just have to have kids. Why didn't you tell me my hair was showing through this? What was we just saying about that one episode with my hair just? But yeah, it's just not
Get together, Ricky.
I was definitely brushing today.
My hair
wig was not cooperating. But see how I just don't even care? I looked up like, oh shit, my whole ass braid was showing. I wonder how long that was like that. But it's just not a requirement for people. Even okay, I'll put it to you this way too. Because we were saying earlier of how people communicate. And once upon a time, it was like you knew all your options within the distance of being reachable, right? It was in your city or like across town or in like the same state. Your options are now worldwide. The fuck? Why am I about to settle for the person across the street when somebody over in Singapore might be the person for me and it's obtainable now? Like I just it's that, and even like shit, especially like for women, good luck trying to catch him cheating because it's so many different ways of just communicating alone with people and hiding shit. Like them days, I couldn't imagine having to play detective in 2022. There was that one lady with that air tag though.
I want to understand this. Back in like the 50s and 60s and 70s, how did niggas get caught cheating? Because you only had that house phone.
Word of mouth.
And if the mistress didn't call that house phone.
Word of mouth. That's what did I just say? It was everybody was just so close. If you just going across town, somebody probably went to church with her, somebody family member related. It was still ways. And then, advancements in technology. I ain't hunting down shit. Because it's impossible.
Damn,
hell, I be in too many damn places. Good luck fucking finding me. That's why I'm like, there's no fucking way.
Yeah, I mean, I understand Diddy's lifestyle, and people always say, he's a man that's never been convicted, never been, and they just talk down about the whole situation.
What?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to live your life like that, live your life like that. Like,
and I would rather it's that, and I think he's probably pretty honest with people, and I feel like Nick Cannon is probably pretty honest with people. I'd rather it be that than people just out here lying to people. See, that's the shit I got a problem with. Like, if everybody knows what the situation is, then just live your fucking life. And like I said, I think with Nick Cannon, I think they got brought up. You know what? I just saw, and we kind of skip by this. I meant to bring it up. We were talking about Father's Day. All them kids Young Jock got. We talking about Nick Cannon. Young Jock got like 15 kids. He got a lot of fucking kids. They had, or maybe more than that. But he had posted a picture with him for all his kids for.
It's a lot of Lil Durk got a bunch
That's
of
that
kids.
down south shit too.
NBA YoungBoy has 10 kids, I believe, 10 or 11. Chief Keef's got 10, I believe, because I remember when that 10th kid came, he was like, "Good luck getting child support."
See, that's that shit I don't like. Don't be out here having them now if you ain't gonna take care of them.
I mean, listen.
I mean,
y'all gotta know
his finances, but see, that's different though. His finances is obtainable. If she wants child support, she can get it. That's different.
Well, you know what? It may depend because I think the way he worded it is because the way a law is set up is to where that 10th
he down in Florida.
But like that 10th child, they was like,
see, it depends. See, it depends because like in Ohio, the youngest gets more. So if you keep having kids, it just decreases for the older children. And that's also based upon older children having different needs though. So, but I don't know. I know he down in Florida and a lot of motherfuckers like to go down there to avoid child support. So who knows what the fuck he can figure.
Yeah, I mean, shit, listen.
Go ahead and say it's true. I know it's true because it happened to me.
Yeah, I'm about to say, I don't know nothing about child support, bro.
I'm telling you right now.
But live your life, man. Do what y'all want to do. If y'all want to get out there,
just don't screw other people over. Asterisks.
Yeah, if you want to get out there and get yourself a little young chick, and the chick enjoy being around you because she gets to experience. Because understand
it's the same
this.
thing with Cassie.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? Understand this too. A lot of times younger females want to live a certain lifestyle that they see going on television, and a man that's her age probably can't do those things. Like a guy that's 28 years old, he hasn't made it to a point in his life where he can do the things that he can do.
Don't you think that's different for her though? Because she got her own money. How more extravagant is she trying to be? Like, I can see that with even like the one model or whoever she is. She's probably got a little bit. The other one that was claiming him too. I could maybe see that, or just your average everyday chick, but she got money.
She has money, but here's the thing I always try to explain is when you're a female artist, things are a little bit different because you know a lot of your money comes from that record label giving you in advance, and your concerts and shit. So your concerts is based on how hot you are. You got a hot single, hot album, you're gonna get 100,000 a show. As if that same single keeps playing a long time, it's gonna trickle down about 50, 40, 30, whatever the case may be.
Ain't
But
she
you have
went to jail too?
Huh?
Is she the one that went to jail?
Nah, that's JT.
Oh, JT. Okay.
But you also have to remember this. They have everything. Like they got to have somebody constantly doing their hair, nails. They have these glam squads. Yeah. There are so many expenses that comes along with having a female artist as opposed to a male artist that a lot of times we don't realize. And females have background dancers, and it's all type of shit that comes. So we'd be like, she has money. So let's say Young Miami has, let's say, $3 million in whatever to spend. Diddy probably has $3 million. They can probably go to San Tropez and spend $500,000 in 2 weeks just in San. It's probably more than that in San Tropez for real. But you know what I'm saying? Like they can do that. She can't do that with $3 million because 500,000 is a hit when you got $3 million. You got to be like, hey, I need to make sure this money it'll last for a minute.
Yeah.
My next thing is
I get what you're saying, but
she's a newer artist.
I don't think it's that
she needs more hits.
Yeah, I'd rather just say like they're dating, and then that's just how they date. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that's not a thing. Some women are that type. Is what can you do for me?
Yeah, I mean, you say she's famous, but even rappers tell you like a lot of rappers don't have the money that they make you believe that they have.
Yeah.
And if I told you, did you know that the City Girls have 3 albums out? Did you know that?
I don't really listen to them, so you're not the person. I'm not. That don't even apply to me. But I wouldn't be surprised that they did. No, that wouldn't be surprising to me at all because they're still somewhat new to me. So I'm not.
Yeah, I mean, if I told you like, hey, name something off their last album, you'd be like,
yeah. But I'm not the person to ask that though either. They're not my style of music other than them popping up on a playlist.
Yeah, but I mean, because even with that, and even if you listen to the radio,
I don't.
And I do.
I don't.
And I'm telling you, like,
I don't.
When you tell me like the name of the song that was on their last single, I was like, I didn't even know they had an album that went along with that single. So you can imagine what their album like. Nobody's saying like City Girls #1 album, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but they don't have the type of music really that would be. And I think for them, they're still just getting started. It's different with female rap artists, and now for them being a female rap duo, I mean, we haven't had that many. There was Salt and Pepper, they did great. So it's a different kind of niche audience for them, and it's a different kind of marketing for them. So I wouldn't expect them to have like top record sales. I mean, we've been sitting here. This is not even the first time we've talked about them. So they're. I mean, nowadays you just need to be discussed. It's not so much just about the music, and that could be a part of why she's dating Diddy also. But guess what? We got it in this show.
Did we get to my last topic? No, we did not. All right.
I mean, if you want to go past the hour,
go ahead.
We can.
I'm talking about Lil Nas X and some little.
All right, go ahead.
Lil Nas X has got a show coming up since they didn't nominate him for the BET Awards, and it's him and NBA YoungBoy, and they decided to have this on the same night as the BET Awards. And I guess it's to take ratings away from the BET Awards.
Yeah, he got snubbed again at the BET Awards. Notice I said again.
Yeah, I mean,
So I mean, he's said it before. He feels like him being snubbed for being gay. And I gotta be honest, especially since this show was about to go over our usual hour. Just given the type of things I've seen, in particular, Black people, mostly Black men, say and back that up by Black women, I wouldn't be surprised if they're just snubbing him because of his sexual orientation. And he's not. He is that gay Black male that dresses a certain way and acts a certain way. And the last video he had there, and I'm not surprised. They're like, yo, you're not about to perform that here. I think the BET Awards still even has like their gospel music portion that they on the award show. You know what's funny? It's only the black shows, period, and award shows that bring up church and shit. But yeah, it's I wouldn't be surprised if that's the reason. Now I don't know about this time of him being passed on, but definitely last time with Old Town Road. That was a straight fuck you. That was an absolute fuck you if he didn't get nominated for anything for Old Town Road from the BET Awards. I think they made it clear then, and then doing it now is just keeping it going. Oops, I didn't mean to click on that. I think doing it now is just keeping it going.
I'm trying to think because Old Town Road might have been like a couple years ago. So him being, did he get an award when the came out though?
When what?
Old Town Road. My son had to be in kindergarten.
With it being, I mean, it was like doing Billboard stuff. I don't really watch the award shows. I did say if he didn't get any awards, but I'm pretty positive he didn't because he was saying they snubbed me again. So it would have to be the Old Town Road that he got snubbed again for.
Well, that would be last year that they snubbed him, but the year before that.
No, it would be the year before that, wouldn't it?
It would be 2000.
Yeah, Old Town Road. Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing. When the song came out, there's deadlines. So it depends on when the song hit a deadline, and then
we have to look that up.
I'm pretty sure it was last year. Yeah, because I think.
But I mean, do people really care about getting a BET award?
I mean,
he got Grammys, don't he?
And that is true too. It's back what happened with Will Smith at the Oscars with Chris Rock. And I'm like, yo, why are we even bringing up the fact that nobody's talking about Will Smith winning anything? I thought we didn't care anymore. Now we care again? I thought we just said we don't care about these award shows. Now you want to be mad because people talking about that and then wasn't talking about Samuel L. Jackson. Well, Samuel L. Jackson, like, I'm not sure exactly what he got it for, but he didn't get it for Best Actor or any, for the individual movies and things that he's been in. He got it, I think, for like maybe a career thing, which is deserved. I'm not saying that, but he ain't get the ones I wanted to fucking see him get. So shit. Not that I'm saying fuck it, but who was I supposed to look up? Oh yeah.
But like I said, maybe he's just he's one of those people like he knows how to use. He's a younger person. He knows how to use the internet to his advantage. I personally don't believe he gives a fuck about a BET award. If I got X amount of Grammys.
Oh, here we go. He did perform last year for the BET Awards. Oh, now was this the BET? Oh, God, I got to deal with a fucking ad first. Was this the BET Awards? Because they got two different award shows. Yep, BET Awards performance. Hold on. But okay, so look at
made out with the backup dancer.
Made out with backup dancer. So remember what I was saying? Like, hell no, they're not gonna have this shit on the fucking BET.
You know what? We did talk about that because you said something about Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion.
Oh yeah, how I was saying that it wasn't them kissing. It was them performing WAP. That's what it was. People had such an issue.
And they kept comparing it to like Britney Spears.
They scissored each other, I think. Oh, maybe they did.
Somebody kissed.
Maybe they did, because I do remember that getting brought up of that happening again after Madonna and Britney. It was the triple kiss, actually. It was Madonna, Britney Spears, and Christina Aguilera.
I mean, but again, I'm pretty sure that if you have Grammys, you're not walking around like, I really want these BET awards. That's what's really good.
I think for him, it's just a point. And also, when we're talking about the BET Awards, they're not at the level even of the Grammys. So he may also be like, how the fuck I get a Grammy, but I can't get nominated at the fucking BET Awards? Like, who the fuck is you? I can get a Grammy, but not a BET Awards nomination. I mean, the BET Awards haven't really been all that spectacular. For me, it was always the MTV Awards was what I had to see. Everybody always took second place to them. Any fucking way. But yeah, that might even be it too. Like, how the fuck I get this Grammy, but y'all won't even nominate me and I'm black?
I mean, if you're welcome at Ruth Chris, do you really give a fuck if Red Lobster bans you for life?
I mean, if you want to make a point, you bring it up.
I really want that Red Lobster. Like, niggas, we have
this made the show go over. You just had to get this topic in. Look. So yeah, I mean, I guess it matters enough for the sake of that.
Hey, listen. I'm sorry, but trust me, he knows what he's doing when he does this type of shit.
Yeah, he
probably knew He probably had this whole show planned out. He was like, they're not going to nominate me for anything, so what I'm going to do is have my own show and complain about BT. See, he's young and he understands how the internet works. He's been doing it for a long time.
Yeah,
he's a troll. He trolls the fuck out of people.
It's a troll and also something to notate for the reasons, like especially even just for the reasons I said. You get nominated for a Grammy, but you get snubbed at the BET Awards. It's kind of, you know. So you can troll. Ain't nothing wrong with trolling and also, you know, pointing some shit out, some facts. Can I end the show now?
Damn, BET Awards. Grammys. He has
you
Grammys.
had us talking. We've gone almost 6 minutes over. But you want to say don't nobody give a fuck about it. Come on now.
Listen, 3 6 Mafia, I don't believe they've ever won a BET award, but they have a Grammy.
They probably have.
And for what song?
What's the other BET awards they have? Is it the Hip Hop Awards?
They have the Hip Hop Awards and what else?
I'm asking.
I don't know. They run it all together now. It's all under one company. MTV and BET and
VH1. Yeah, but that's been that way. I think it's Viacom. But what I'm asking is, shit, I done forgot. All right, thank you everybody for tuning in Thursday. I don't even know what time we started today. Oh shit, it was after 8. Yeah. BLK Pepper Potts.
I am Maserati.
Sponsored by Peace of Mind Protection. Be sure to check them out for all your self-defense needs. They have a commercial right there. Yeah, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. I think I'm crashing from that ripple. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Under just say
cocaine will have you not crashing sooner.
See, I've said this before. I'm scared of certain drugs because they open up that crazy drink.
Oh. I'm about to say, I know this.
You ain't about to put that on me.
At the end of the show like that.
I didn't.
Like a riptide at the end of the show.
Whatever.
That is not how we go in this show.